A Rogers Hall student set off a smoke bomb which required firefighters to come and check out the disturbance. The disturbance, as it turned out, happened to just be a prank. President Donald Trump is scheduled to speak tonight at Beasley Coliseum, where he's expected to endorse James Alsup in the Republican primary against Cathy McMorris Rodgers. Trump believes that Alsup was more supportive than she was when he first ran for the presidency. Virologists at Pullman Regional Hospital say this season's flu virus will be more difficult than the last due to fewer patients receiving flu shots. For the fourth week in a row, a person has placed pro-Mormon stickers on a number of student vehicles. Police say they did not rule out a faculty member as part of their investigation, but that it is ongoing. Students showed up to protest at the rec today against President Kirk Schultz's new decision to force students to pay for parking here at the rec. When Robert Franks and Malachi Flynn are off the floor, we noticed that the scoring went way down. And there's a simple reason for that. Because when Franks and Malachi Flynn are off the floor, you have a bunch of construction workers that are disguised as basketball players. You know, there are bricks that are getting shot all over the place. A new virus may be infecting students' computers. A fake wireless account called WSU Wireless causes students' computers to have pornography to show up all over their computers. Washington State University is now requiring all fraternity houses to place bars on second-story or higher windows. This policy change is in response to the growing number of fall-related accidents that are permeating the Greek community.
Former WSU College Republican President James Alsup is living a dream. He's building a media empire distributing right-wing populism. He credits the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville as the catalyst.
So I'm never going to look back on that with regret.
But Alsup believes the story about him at the rally wasn't accurately told.
They make it sound like it was crystal knocked or something. You participated in a Nazi march or something.
The public's outrage became intense as students demanded Alsup step down.
James was not forced to step down. James had been planning to step down since mid-June. Current events bumped up that schedule.
It was about a year ago that Alsup and the college Republicans built a wall from there to there in support of Donald Trump's immigration policy. This act made him one of the most notorious people on campus. This notoriety, however, helped him launch his media career.
YouTube enables Alsup to bypass establishment media and access an audience they can only dream of getting.
People don't sit down and watch the evening news. Just for example, like my YouTube demographics, 80% of the audience is like under the age of 30.
Alsup has over 170,000 subscribers, which he believes is sustainable and growing, leading some to wonder how this could be.
So Alsup being able to host his podcast from wherever he's able to conveniently host it means that the spreading of these ideas has been made so much easier than it was in the 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, because these ideologies have been around all the time.
Dax McCoy, Murrow News 8.
The Cougars snapped their 6-game winning streak by failing to finish a comeback against UC Davis. Trailing at halftime by 17 proved to be too steep a deficit for a complacent Cougar squad to recover from.
We were notorious offensively to start the game. We just got nothing done. We were in no rhythm, no flow. No, we just didn't have our juice.
Malachi Flynn's 2 points at halftime highlighted their woes. Flynn and Robert Franks averaged 18 and 20 points per game, respectively.
We weren't ready to play. Myself, I wasn't ready to play in the first half. Just being careless with the ball.
Whereas those two players seemed to ignite themselves on offense in the second half, nobody on their team showed up in the scoring column in either half. Most specifically, Milan Aqua had a really rough game along with Viante Daniels. Viante Daniels was held scoreless. And the crowd that you can see, or at least you could see a while ago, is now gone, and he said it was a wasted crowd.
We wasted a tremendous crowd.
3,000 plus fans attending the game witnessed a strong and consistent effort from Robert Franks. His 32 points on 67% shooting set a career high. He scored 14 straight points to trim the Aggie lead to 7, but they pulled away late.
I feel like we got a little too excited being 6-0, and like Coach Ken said in the post game, you know, we're going to be out there and teams are going to hunt to beat us.
The 6-1 Cougars will visit the neighboring Idaho Vandals on Tuesday night. Dax McCoy, Murrow News 8.